So hello everyone. So in this video we are going to discuss hosting concept. Okay. So in the previous video there we have record related to local variable, global variable, what is variable, they related to data types. Okay, and we have explained more using examples as well. Okay. So in between I have used every time hosting concept. Okay. So might be some people that confuse, okay, what is hosting. So in that video already discussed, okay, little bit, and we have mentioned that we will discuss in hosting in separate video. Okay. So I thought first we need to discuss hosting and then we'll discuss next points in the next topic in next video. Okay, so that we are going to record this video hosting. What is the hosting? Okay, and what is mainly used by, how to use by JavaScript. Okay, so here we have mentioned hosting. Okay, and we have made some bullet points. Okay, here that what is hosting. So all variable means local and global and function declaration moved on top. Okay, so what does mean? Okay, what is meaning of the move on top? Okay, so we will discuss using example. Okay, and this is the default behavior in the JavaScript. Second point is showing this is the default behavior in the JavaScript. Okay, so we do not write anything that, okay, and we do not tell to the JavaScript controller, okay, perform hosting concept. This is a default behavior. Okay, and who is the responsible to take care about hosting? That is a JavaScript virtual machine, means JavaScript controller. Okay, that will be uh, that will be take care, means a hosting concept. Hosting will take care by a JavaScript controller. Okay, and the third point, if you are if you are you if okay, sorry, and third point, to avoid hosting, use strict mode. Okay, so suppose if you want that, okay, hosting I don't want to use. Okay, because this is a default behavior. Okay, so you need to tell them, the JavaScript controller, okay, I don't want the hosting concept default. Okay, please stop. So you need to add use strict on the top of on the top of source code, and you can use in the function or outside of, to avoid hosting, use strict mode. Okay, so you need to use strict keyword. Okay, that the JavaScript controller will take. Okay, you have use strict, so it will avoid the hosting concept. Okay, by the JavaScript controller, it will be avoided by JavaScript controller. Okay, so that is the point. Okay, so use strict mode. Okay, so let's go to the console and then we can discuss, okay, with some examples. Okay, how to use hosting concept. Okay, so here we are going to explain open console. Okay, so that is the default behavior. Okay. So now here, suppose we are using console console.log and HOSTING hosting concept. Okay, and plus using use hosting HYSTIN. We are using use hosting variable, okay, and we have declared or defined no, but we are going to define below of the console where hosting is equal to YSTIN hosting video VID. Okay, so here we are declaring and defining the variable here, okay, below of the console, but we are using above of the declaration and defining definition of the variable, okay. We are using console above of the variable, okay. So how this will get here? It will throw error. It should throw error, but it will not throw error. Why? Due to the hosting concept, it will not throw error. Okay. So internally, how it will manage by the JavaScript. Okay. So let's discuss here. Okay. Uh, suppose here, what will happen? Insert. Actually, I want to explain, but okay, let's explain here. And internally, JavaScript will do like that, okay? Where is that, bro? Yes, yes. Internally, what will do JavaScript? Due to the hosting concept, it will declare like that, like it will declare like that, okay. So internally JavaScript code will write like that, okay, but we have written this one code, okay, but internally JavaScript will treat like that, okay. JavaScript virtual machine JavaScript controller will add uh, it will check, okay, console the plug you are using concept, okay, and here check, okay, variable you are declaring and defining, so you are using that keyword, so that will it will declare on the top of the code, okay. So it will the use hosting variable will be declared on the top of due to hosting concept, okay. Due to hosting, it will be declared on the top of. So that is the hosting concept, okay. So it will performed by the JavaScript controller. It is the default behavior, okay. So that we are not getting error here, okay, because due to hosting concept, it will where use hosting will be declared on the top of the code, okay, and the and default value would be undefined, okay. So default value, what will be the default value? Default value will be default value will be undefined, okay. Undefined, okay. And who is perform? That's a JavaScript controller, okay. So internally the code will be written like that, but we are writing the code like that, okay. And let's execute. So here we are able to see output hosting concept and use hosting undefined. You have declared and defined here, but we are able to access on the top of variable because of due to the hosting concept. The hosting concept what will do? It will declare on the top of and default value will be assigned undefined by the JavaScript controller. Okay, so that is the hosting concept. Okay, and if suppose if you are going to control inside, then we'll get output here hosting video, okay. Because of okay, because of we have already run the code now in the console, that is getting, okay, because already that is the declared, okay, and assigned, okay. So that is the concept of hosting. Okay, so here in the console.log we are using use hosting, and we are declaring the variable here and defining the variable using what is the value hosting video, and we are consoling here. So due to the hosting concept, the where use hosting will be declared on the top of, and the default value will be undefined. So here will be a get undefined, and then the value will be initialized hosting video, and here we will get the hosting concept is a hosting video. Okay, so that you can see here hosting concept is undefined, and then hosting concept is hosting video. Okay, so that is the first example of hosting. Okay, second example, if suppose you are there is some other example we need to add. So, second example, suppose we are calling some function, okay, and we are defining some function, okay, some, okay, some, okay, might we have already declared now, so that will cause error, okay, and the expected output will not come, so that I am adding some mm, okay, and then here we are accessing console console.log number one plus number one, okay, and here number two, number two, number three, need number sum, sum, okay, and now here we are declaring here number one is equal to two, sum is equal to number one plus number two, okay, and now here after aftr aftr aftr. So in the previous example, we have explained without a function. Okay. So in this example, we are going to explain two things: function, first function hosting and variable hosting. Okay. Here you can see we are calling first function. Okay. We are calling sum is equal and calling here. Okay. Function calling first, okay, first, and declaring and defining, and function defining defining here after calling. Okay, so you can understand that in the previous video already discussed that interpreter how execute that. Okay, it will execute line by line and from the top. Okay, so interpreter will start here. Okay, sum, So, but interpreter above the calling some function, we have not declared or defined the function, so it will throw error. It should throw error here, but due to the hosting concept, what will do, it will check, okay, some, okay, due to a function will be moved on the top of function calling, okay. So why, how it will do by in the internally by the JavaScript controller, this function will be moved on the top of this function calling, okay. Means whatever the variable and function we are using, it will be moved on the top of, okay. So that due to the hosting we are calling on the above the function. So due to the hosting concept, it will not throw error, it will execute, okay. And here inside the function, we have we have console number one, number two, number and sum, and after that we are declaring and defining the variable, okay. And then we are consoling here, so it should throw error here, but due to the hosting concept, it will not throw error. Internally, JavaScript controller will define and will declare on the top of function, okay, like that. And what will be the default value? The default value will be undefined, okay. So that will be happen internally, we will not write, we will write code like that, okay, some function and then console, and then so internally will be added by the JavaScript controller on the top of function, and function will be moved on the top of the sum calling function, okay. So that is the hosting concept. Due to the hosting concept, we will not get the error, okay, and it will run, okay. So let's execute here on got reference number two, where number, okay, okay, here we have defined number one now. So let's, we have not defined number two now, so that is getting error, okay. So here number two tick, okay, and then execute, okay. So here you can see here we not, we are not received any error if we are calling above the function, okay. So we are not getting any error. So due to hosting concept, the function will be moved internally on the top of, okay, and that, so that we will be able to call before the declaration and defining of the function, okay. And here same, we will use the variable, okay, before declaration and defining due to the hosting concept, okay. And the default value will be undefined. So here will be undefined number one, number two sum, and then we are defining here. So now it will override 2 and 2 equal to 4. So here number one, number two after is equal to 2 and sum is equal to 4. So you can understand the hosting concept. It will move on the top of, so that we are not getting any error here, okay. And same also we are not getting any error here because we are calling, okay. And now using some more example, okay. So here let's understand some more example, okay. Number, here number one is equal to 2, and okay, that is not complete. Okay, number two, okay, and function cti function f1, okay, no parameter here, and console console.log number one. Here you have added space, okay. number one and copy this function, paste function 2 number 2 and here number 2, okay, and then calling here on the top of function f1 and f2, okay. So the logic source code is start from here, okay, and we are calling the function f1 here, calling f1 and here calling f2, okay, and then we are declaring and then we are defining the function, okay. So why we are able to call here, okay, so due to the hosting concept, what will be written internally by the JavaScript, that this var number one number two will be declared here internally. We will not declare internally. JavaScript controller will declare like number one and var number two and default value will be undefined. Default value will be assigned undefined by the JavaScript controller and this function will be moved on the top of, okay, on the top of function, okay. So that will be moved by moved on the top of by JavaScript controller, so that we are not able to get error here and we are able to call f1 because we are defining here. So why we are how to call on the top, okay, before the declaration or definition of the function or variable. So due to the hosting concept, we are able to call here because internally JavaScript code will be written and will be moved on the top of this, okay. So I think that the doubt is cleared, okay. Otherwise, interpreter will come here and will check, okay, F1, where is F1? It will there is no F1 we have declared and defined on the top. So where is F1? But internally, JavaScript controller it will move here. So controller will okay internally add where number one and two to function two and here F1. Yes, we have already F1. Okay, so F1 will be executed and then here will F2. Okay, then F2 is already F2 and here we'll check where number one. Okay, variable already moved on the top of and declared. So the here will be override number one undefined. Oh, here number one undefined by two. So here number one will be two and number two is undefined and here it will override by two. So number will be two. Okay, and then it will execute. Okay, so really that console dot log. Okay, this one. Okay, and now execute. Okay, so let's here f1 and f2 where number 1 is equal to 2. So number 1 number 2 we are getting undefined y. Okay. I think we have used na. You have used previously number 1 and number 2. So the console, the developer console is storing previously value. Okay. So here 1 1 2 2 here 2 2. Sorry. And why we are getting undefined? Any error? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, understand that. You can understand now why we are getting undefined. And now we are getting number two. Okay, so now here let's explain the hosting concept more. Okay, so here one, here two, here one, here two. Okay, so what will be the output here? Here, number one, number two, what will be the output here? Can you assume two, or something else? Can you assume? Because we are calling first F1 and F2. So, here, that is a very fantastic scenario. Okay. So, here will be output will be undefined. You can think why that is printing undefined here. You can see here number one is equal to undefined and number one two is equal to undefined. Why? Due to hosting concept, we have already explained that internally JavaScript will move the function on the top of the code, okay, like this, okay, like this, okay, and the default value will be undefined. Default value will be undefined, and who is responsible to assign undefined? That is JavaScript controller. And JavaScript controller, the function will move on the top of. And then we are calling here function. So here will be print undefined. Why? Because we have the variable we are initializing after the calling of function, but due to the hosting concept, it will the internally JavaScript code moved on the top of the code, okay, so that we are able to call the function f1 and f2, and you are calling number one, number two, but after calling the function, we have defined the variable, okay. So if we call the f1, so f1 we call f1 will execute number one, okay, and number one is here still undefined number one, so that it is printing undefined, okay, and okay, so you can think that, okay, so that number one and number two to here is printing undefined, okay, so you can understand, okay, so due to the hosting concept, okay, so here let's clear, let's clear, so you can understand now, so that here number one and number two is getting undefined, okay, and here what is happening, bro? Here number we are changing the number. Why? Actually, we have used now in the previous example, so it will not come expected result, okay, and here if you run, so due to the hosting concept, the code will be moved on top of the code, okay, and it will be undefined, and after and then we are calling f1, so still number one, number two above the that is undefined, so here will be undefined, here will be undefined, okay, so sorry, we have not changed na here number two, three, okay, here call, copy, paste, copy, paste. So output will be undefined. You can see here now output is undefined, and here actually we have used now previously that variable, okay, so that here getting na here three, here three, okay, and then Okay. And now execute. So you can get here number one equal to undefined, number one two equal to undefined. Okay. So due to the hosting concept we are getting here. So that first whenever we can call, but that is the bad approach. Okay. So you need to whenever we are calling a function, first we need to declare and define on the top of the code. Otherwise, by default, due to the hosting concept, it will define on the top of. So output you will be not expected here. Okay, so you can understand here. That is the hosting. Okay, function. And if you want to strict, okay, so what you can do? You need to add